Today, Easter Sunday, so there's a lot of happy Easter. In reality, what does the Bible say? The word Easter is of the Greek word Pascha. Pascha, Passover. See, it refers to the Passover, but only in one place. In Acts chapter 12, when you read verse 4, that same word that's been translated 26 or 27 times as Passover is suddenly translated Easter. Question is why? Not in all the translations. Most translations stay with the right word, Passover. But in the King James translation and a few others, they use the word Easter. And it's misleading because in the etymology of words, Easter comes from Ishtar, which is a Babylonian goddess. So at different times, they worshipped that goddess. And guess what? All over the world, that's the word that is chosen. A word that is used only once out of over 28 to be precise. It's translated only once as Easter, and that's what's going around the world. Why is it so? But thank God it got arrested, and it's even now Christianized. So that's why we're not fighting it. That's why we're not trying to tell people don't say it, don't use it, because it lost the power. So we call it Easter or whatever you want to call it. It's fine, but just so you know how these things play out.
He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain.
All over the world, Christians and non-Christians alike celebrate Easter. The word Easter, appearing only once in the scriptures, goes without understanding for many. Some even arguing whether Christians should celebrate Easter at all.
It's just amazing to me. If you look at history, if you look at the Bible, what you come up with, and there's no denying the pagan origins of Easter.
One of the foundational things to understand in regards to understanding Jewish teaching as it relates to Jesus is understanding how Jesus completes the Passover.
Easter, as seen in its only biblical reference in the book of Acts, chapter 12 and verse 4, means Passover, referring to the Jewish celebration of God's grace extended in the punishment of their captors and the consummation of their liberty, both in one night. Passover signifies judgment, and Christ Jesus is our Passover lamb.
And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. So you understand the Passover. Passover is actually a time of judgment.
Anyone who receives his life and nature is passed from death unto life eternal. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Jesus was proved to be the Son of God, that is, God in human flesh, through many signs and wonders performed by his hands. He was the true character of God, his love on display for all men to see. Prophet Isaiah exclaimed, "Who has believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? But he was wounded for our transgressions. We recognize that Jesus was crushed, wounded, and beaten, that we should no longer be subject to sicknesses, diseases, and infirmities. He took our place of sin and death, that we might receive life."